Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to create the female to male look using my little model here, who is my best friend, and she agreed to experience this journey with me, so let's get going. First I started off by putting down a layer of primer just to give a smooth, even coat as well as correct any tones that she had in her face. Mainly red tones, so I used a green to cancel that out. And then I put down a foundation lightly around, spreading it out evenly as best as I can with this sponge. And in this video you'll see me go back and forth between sponge to brush quite a bit. I mainly did this because I only had a specific amount of makeup and she is not quite used to wearing makeup, so her skin isn't quite used to it either. So her skin was acting differently than mine normally does when I put my makeup on. Then I moved on to taking a Q-tip and dotting places where I was going to contour with a medium brown. She is fair skin tone, so I wanted to make sure I didn't put on anything too entirely dark. Then I took a smaller blending brush and made sure everything was nice and blended in, making sure that I also didn't leave any darker smudges anywhere. At this moment I did realize I put a little too much brown on that side of her cheek. I'm not entirely too worried about it because later on I will end up fixing it. After that I did end up taking a lighter color just to start highlighting where I wanted to bring out more, mainly around her frontal bone, along her nose line, on her jaw, and underneath her eyes where it'd be a little bit more predominant for men. And then took a bigger brush and started blending everything out so that way it all blended in. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. At this point she points out how she thinks it looks weird that all she sees is a pale color on her chin. Disclaimer, don't be afraid to have fun with your models or your clients depending on who you are working on. It just makes things a lot more comfortable for everyone. Here I took a brown pencil and started outlining where I wanted her nose to be a little bit more narrow, or like a more gentlemanly, masculine nose. And then started blending everything out with a sponge as lightly as I can. At this point I took a lighter brown and started contouring around the eyes on the upper lid so that way I can start making it look more sunken and more like a masculine look instead of a more feminine eye that she already has. At this point I used some baby powder just to set everything, making sure everything was nice and blended in, and on the side that I had made a mistake on, I also had fixed that. I also used a little bit more baby powder on that side just to make sure everything was nice and even. And do you see you got me falling? And like I had mentioned before, don't be afraid to be a little weird with your model or client just to make everything a little bit more comfortable. Enjoy this little clip-in. After we were done fooling around, I used a little bit of a darker brown eyeshadow on her cheek and temple areas just to give her a little bit more dimension throughout the makeup. And then I took a lighter color and started doing the same thing with the lighter areas just to bring out a little bit more of those areas that I wanted highlighted. For eyebrows, I used a light brown pencil and started brushing upwards, giving them a little bit more thickness and darkness, making them a little bit more bushy, just like a gentleman's eyebrows would be instead of a feminine eyebrow. Then I took a brow brush and started blending that in, brushing it through. I also put a little bit of Vaseline on there just to get it through a little bit more. After that, I used a darker brown eyeshadow just to kind of fill everything in and make sure it was all even and blended in. To get rid of the lips, I used a light foundation and started going around her lip line and blending that in. Now this part was a little bit difficult for me because I've done it before, but I took a small, thin paintbrush and started outlining the places where I wanted the beard with a medium to dark eyeshadow. After that, I took a black eyeliner pencil and started stroking where I was going to have some darker hairs. After that, I resorted to my eyebrow brush, going back and forth between light and brown eyeshadow colors, just to give it a little bit more dimension and hair effect. Then I did the same around her upper lip, giving her a mustache and bringing it down, not exactly connecting to the beard, but almost connecting. And then we moved on to the hair. I did brush everything back and made sure it was going to fit into one ponytail, and it was, which was nice. She did want to try something, so I kind of let her. She was just playing around. So sexy. After I got it into a ponytail, I pulled a few little pieces out just to make sure that I can get a good style with it without making her look too feminine, and then started putting on the shirts and the vest. And there you have it. This is how you turn your best friend into Miguel from The Road to El Dorado. I'm just kidding though. I do want to give her a big thanks for helping me out with this. I had a blast. It was awesome. I hope she enjoyed, and I hope you all enjoy as well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!